Arkansas Razorbacks, taking on a team from the playoff a year ago, the South Carolina Gamecocks. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by a couple of legends, and yes, we do use that term loosely. David Pollack from the University of Georgia and former Gator Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get down to the field. Here's the return from inside his 10. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. So the South Carolina Gamecocks offense will have the football first. And they are coming off a sensational performance led by this quarterback who's hoping he can build on things, Jesse.
Well, I know, having played the position, when you have a big game, you just can't wait to get back out there again and build on that performance. David, last time out, he was making the right reads. He showed off his arm talent. He had this offense moving up and down the field and finding the end zone. And you know he's excited to take on this defense today.
Yeah, and talking to the defensive coordinators coming into this football game, like, they're not going to do what happened last week. Like, you can't sit back and make the coverages easy for him to diagnose. He'll pick you apart like he did last week. Look for some change-ups and some curveballs for this defense.
Gets rid of it. It's incomplete. Good job by the defense sticking with its coverage. Guys, for just a little bit, let's talk about South Carolina. We have a new #1 team in the nation this week. Guys, they've made it to the mountaintop, and usually that just means now everybody's shooting at you.
I think a lot of people are waiting to see is how they wear this #1, if they change it all moving forward. But, David, talking to their players this week, they were saying they knew they were the #1 team before the season even started. Everybody else is just figuring that out now.
Yeah, and you got to love the confidence of this squad and going out and earning that #1 ranking, but it's another thing completely to keep it and to continue to have that edge and that hunger. We'll see if they can do it.
He was hoping for a little more running room, but they're able to get him down at the 45. So Arkansas's offense has its first. Opportunity of the day. A matchup we'll be watching in this one really takes you back. Big-time running back going right into the face of a tackling machine at linebacker, David.
Yeah, and we're going to see this individual battle a lot. Not just in pass coverage when they match up, but just meeting in holes. And who's going to win when they go head-to-head? That will be a big factor in who wins this football game. But, Jesse, one up.
There he goes. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
You know, it's a nice throw by the QB there. When you're throwing to running backs, you got to make it easy on them. So you want to put it right on their body, make the catch simple, and let them go to work like they did just there getting that first.
That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. To the air on second down. And the defense will corral the quarterback, and down he goes at midfield. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On third and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Oh, he can't hang on to the football. A big play sitting right there for the taking, and they can't get it done early in this one.
And I think on that last play, that's an example of the quarterback trying to predetermine who he wants to throw to, and instead of letting the defense dictate who gets the ball. Man coverage, that guy was not open that time out on the perimeter of the field. Still, he gave him a chance, but that thing had incompletion written all over it from the moment the ball left his hand.
And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time better fortune this time around. Williams looking for a man. Caught over the middle. It's Massey. That'll be enough for a fresh set of downs. He gets it to the 32.
And they find him early, and I love it because last week they found him often. He had over 100 yards, and they found him throughout the season. This offense is built on his playmaking ability. This dude is unbelievable. He's unguardable, and that's why he's in the Heisman Trophy conversation. That's why he's going to be featured today and hopefully in these later moments in the season when you go win a Heisman.
This guy reminds you a little bit of Devontae Smith back in Alabama winning the Heisman. This guy makes plays week in, week out. Top 5 right now in the nation in receiving yards, and that's why he's in the Heisman discussion.
Lost one deep down the right side. Looking to get it in. So close to that end zone. He could almost taste it, but it'll be first and goal for this offense. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll make some adjustments.
Timeout, Arkansas.
They are really clicking along. First and goal on just the 4th play of the drive. Wants to keep it in the air. Unleashes to the end zone. Touchdown, Gamecocks. Quick strike through the air for the score.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They are going to be a problem for defense all year long.
Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time.
Guys, the Deep South's oldest rivalry is writing another chapter today, and we're pleased to document it. Auburn and Georgia, and here's a quick update. Georgia somehow, some way, found an edge between the hedges and picked up a much-needed victory. Wasn't a masterpiece, but let's be honest, it wasn't a loss either. Each week in college football, the tests are just so tough, and we found that out again today, guys, with another ranked team going down.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. Looking for room, it's Fields. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Yeah, this man, you got to do a better job blocking. And I tell you what, that's kind of been a theme throughout the season. They haven't been high-powered. They haven't really figured out who they are yet. And they still got time. The season's not over yet, but this offense still in identity mode.
And the defense makes the stop after a minimal gain.
They go with the option, quarterback keeps it himself, and look, we've seen this guy on tape, guys, break these tackles and take it the distance. This offense should keep dialing up these option plays. Don't let that short gain by the QB prevent you from running this scheme in your playbook.
Lets it go. It's complete. Nice move, creates some space. And they get him down at the 43, but this is the kind of explosive play you want to build on. The Razorbacks have it with a 1st and 10. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. He's knocked down a couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage.
And not great blocking up front. They're struggling to get the running game going. And tell you what, they got to find something. Last week it was a bad performance, and this offense has got to get some momentum early in this game and find something that they do really, really well and someone they can count on.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Oh, they're after him. Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback.
defenses are so versatile in the ways they can get after the quarterback. In their last game, they came away with 5 sacks, came from all over the place. They got the win. So you know in this one, they're going to dial up a lot of different looks. It's going to be tough for this offense to try to keep their quarterback standing up straight.
He gets it out to the 17, the cover unit right there to make the stop. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. They'll get this drive going from the 17. Williams will pass. Looking to the big tight end. And the DB making a huge play, knocking it away downfield.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Throws to the wideout. Wide open downfield. He finally goes out of bounds, but you better check that laundry on the field. That penalty cost them a 3rd down conversion, and now they'll have to try it from a little farther away. This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Wants to adjust the pattern. Someone not clear on the snap count. It'll be a false start, and they'll move it back.
False start offense.
So backing up with that penalty, and they can feel their own goalpost looming over their shoulder. You make up the game plan, and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Well, the defense is waking up now, right? The first drive, they allowed a touchdown. They were a bit scrambled. They kind of all got together, rallied on the sideline. They've been pretty lights out since. Forced a punt on the last possession. They've now got the offense set up in 4th down again. Great job there. Pass defense, 3rd down. This defense now starting to put it together.
He was hoping for a little more running room, but they're able to get him down at the 45. And Arkansas ready to send out this offense. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. So the first play of the drive starting here from the 45. On the move, it's Fields. And there was no... just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. A negative play to open the drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. Back to pass. And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose.
Well, the offense is able to avoid disaster right there. The problem is they fumbled it, but thankfully they were able to jump back on and not have a turnover.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. And the Razorbacks will bring the punt team onto the field. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. He's got great speed. Bottled him up, not a whole lot of room to run on that return, and that's how this period will come to an end. We've reached the break. It's South Carolina holding the lead, and we've reached the end of one. Before we move on, let's take a look at our stats so far. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game in the 2nd quarter. So So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. The give to the back. Jukes his way for more. Oh, he's got some space. And finally out of bounds after an explosive run by this ball carrier. And the Gamecocks just got that huge run. They love another explosive play. They'll give it to him again. Able to move it ahead a couple of yards. He gets it down to the 20. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They'll get
got some room headed to the goal line. They'll finally get him stopped at the 1-yard line. What a run there.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys.
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Gamecocks.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Looking for blockers. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. The Hogs send that offense back onto the field. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yards.
Chain gang on the move. It'll be a first down at the 29. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22.
Boy, this defense is ridiculous. On point. They know how to rush the passes. Multiple guys getting it done. 5 sacks, and we are still in the first half.
Looking for a gap. It's Fields. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. As the rooster crows, they are getting cocky and cockier on third down here. Lofts one high and deep. Snatches it on the right. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Razorbacks are on the move. Lost a throw on first down. And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43.
Your job is to irritate, to confuse, to hit, to make quarterbacks feel very uncomfortable. This defense is definitely doing their job. 6 sacks, that's the way to make the quarterback feel like he's having a hard day. He's had no response. This offensive line has no response, just a sack party.
Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Seventh play of the drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Fires to the wideout. Got him downfield. Big play for this offense as they get it to the 32. Finally, this offense starting to shake the cobwebs and get things moving. It's 1st and 10. Wide receiver going in motion. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Well, there's a statement by the defensive line. First down play, expecting run, and they just dominated up front. Beat their one-on-ones and forced a tackle for a loss.
He'll pull it on the read. And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop.
And you're seeing his dynamic ability to run the football, that time on the option play. I know he doesn't pick up the first down, but that's still a good chunk of yardage, and the defense wasn't ready for it. Moving forward, expect the offense to go back to the option play again and see if someone will finally take the...
Breaks into the open. That will be enough to move the chains and give them a first down in the red zone at the 14. Lots of good stuff on that play. You slow down the rush, you get a completion, and you move the chains.
And most importantly, you're right. You don't force a short yardage situation that you have to get. Nice job. Invite that rush up the field. Take advantage of the aggressiveness of the defense. Make the catch, make the run, get the first down.
How frustrating is that? You're that running back. Where were you supposed to go? There was absolutely no lane for him on that play.
They go to the ground. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity. This crowd rising up, sensing that its defense needs some help. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and a score on this drive would do wonders for their confidence. Third down play in the red zone, and this crowd is at fever pitch. Let's it fly. Right through his hands. He had a touchdown and just didn't look the ball in. It'll be fourth down. And they decide to try out the kicker. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. Nestled just inside that right upright. Now the lead is down to 11.
How great is it to know that if you can get the ball down somewhere close to the 40-yard line on your opponent's side of the field, you're walking away with at least 3 points because this dude is automatic.
After putting up the field goal, they're set to kick it away. He'll bring it out. It's Clark. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. They stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. They take over late and have enough time to put together a drive. Quarterback making checks. Williams looking for a man. What a complete disaster. What a terrible decision to run that far backwards and take the safety.
You could tell the defense smelled it. They knew exactly where they were on the field, put the pressure on him, got him down in the end zone. Safety, baby.
Good field position to start this drive at their own 47. To the air on first down. Can't find a man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40. Quick tempo, no huddle offense. Second down, clock's running. And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again.
Well, this guy's become a bit of a problem for opposing offenses. In their last game, he had 2 sacks, and he's dominating again, getting his first sack in this game now. He right now is wrecking people's game plans. This offense better find out how to slow him down.
And the Razorbacks will call on their punt team. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. All the way back to the 15. Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. And the last time they had the ball, they wound up giving up a safety, Jesse.
Yeah, that was ungood the last time they had the ball. So they got to do something here offensively to get into a rhythm, running and throwing the football. Try to find that consistency.
And try to find something positive with this offense. Forget about the safety. Those don't happen very often. Try to get some first downs together. Get some good mojo going.
Put it where only his man could get it and gave him enough room to get the foot down. The Gamecocks want to crank the tempo. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Under fire. They get to him as he throws.
call his name a lot today because this dude, he had over 100 last week. He has over 100 almost every single week because he's a staple in this offense. Puts up big numbers, makes big plays, and that's why he's also in the Heisman Trophy conversation. A wide receiver in that debate is special. This dude is special.
Operating in the red zone here on second down. Williams will pass. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
I know one of the things this defense really prides themselves on is being physical, and early in this game, putting a big hit on a guy that's already had a couple catches in this game, that's a good omen for the defense.
He caught it!
Well, there's no mystery who they're throwing the football to, but defenses still can't find a way to cover this guy. With that last catch, he now has over 1,500 receiving yards on the season.
And the Gamecocks are threatening on 1st and goal. He wants it all. And he can't find his man in the end zone as he was trying to pay off this red zone chance.
And that is a huge missed opportunity for the quarterback. You've got your guy wide open in the end zone. You're not under pressure. You just got to hit him. That ball got away. That's one he'd like to have back.
Man, they could have flipped that field in a hurry, right? They've given up some yards. They're sitting in their own red zone. A chance to make a big play. Yeah, he could have made that interception and could have flipped this field.
And it comes as absolutely no surprise. The offense will stay on the field and go for it on 4th and inches. Looking to the end zone. Touchdown, South Carolina! Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board. They want to finish the season strong, and man, are they doing that here this Week 11 performance. My philosophy on going for 2 is only when you have to.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now on game day.
One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. Looking to throw on 1st down. He'll loft one deep down the left side. Pulls it in down the sideline. And a big-time grab there. Knocked down immediately, but not before he gets it to the 40. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update. The Gamecocks will kick it away first, and we'll start the second half. Returner will field it and try to get some field position. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. And Arkansas ready to send out this offense. They start this third quarter in a big hole, and they have to start climbing out right now.
And they're going to have to be really aggressive. It's like this offense, when I'm playing from behind, every possession means so much more. And if you look the other side, the defense, they haven't given much resistance.
Yeah, nothing has gone their way in the first half offensively. And you know now, based on how this defense is playing with their confidence, that you are going to be challenged on every single snap. So buckle up, get your mind right, and get ready to come back in this game.
They're about to wear this punter out. He's already been out 4 times, staring at a 5th if they can't move the chains. Bring in the heat. And the sack all the way back at the 5.
And this defense just continues to dominate the football game. This score is lopsided. It's not looking good. But I know one thing. If you can't protect that guy, there's no chance for you to win this game or the future games.
Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. Power football with the run. They finally get a hold of him, knocking him down behind the line of scrimmage. He had been running wild. After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Back to the ground with the running back. This freshman makes the stop after a short gain.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
He wants to change this route. Williams looking for a man. He's moving out of the pocket. On the run, deep down the right side. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on. So the offense is going to go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. He's going for the big play. And it's incomplete, and this defense makes a 4th down stop. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Hogs send that offense back onto the field. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Trying to get rid of it. That pressure got to him, and he just had to chuck it out of bounds.
This is a top 25 defense, guys. One of the best units in the entire country. They're so good situationally, and they understand the importance of getting leads early, making the offense predictable, having to throw in these types of situations so they can adjust accordingly, and that's what they're doing right now. Their coverage is being dictated by the scoreboard. They're going to make it really, really hard on this quarterback here in the second half to throw any completions.
They'll run play action. Hit as he throws.
And you thought maybe in the second half this offense could just find a rhythm, find something to take advantage of this defense, but the defense has really had their number, not putting up a lot of points, and again, an empty possession right there.
He makes the fair catch at his own 8-yard line, and that might have kept him from being backed up even further. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. That last drive was promising at times, but stalled out, and they turned it over on downs, Jesse.
I think they got to do a better job here, just being better early in the downs, on 1st down finding positive plays.
Yeah, and it's frustrating when you move the football and get stopped on the other side of the field and get no points, but they've had some success, and I like the aggressiveness. They just got to cash some of these drives in.
Williams will pass. Fires to the right. He's got an open man. And he'll be forced out of bounds, but not before yet another big play in this passing attack. This offense always looking for those big explosive plays, and now they've got it just inside the 30. Throws toward the end zone. Touchdown, Gamecocks. And the route is on.
And this quarterback really does a great job of seeing the defense, seeing what kind of coverage they're in. And I think when this offense goes empty and they spread the defense out, it just makes it so much more simple for the QB to see what the defense is doing pre-snap and then post-snap. You can tell he's playing in a great rhythm right now because he's seeing the field, and these empty sets are really helping him.
Lining up to add another. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Conference USA action right now, fellas. Wait till you see how things are playing out. Western Kentucky is getting smoked today. This is an eye-opener. It's the type of game that can just demoralize a fan base.
On the run from inside his own 5. And the returner will be dragged down. And Arkansas ready to send out this offense. They face a pretty tall mountain here, Jesse, down 24, but if they're going to climb it, this is a good time to start.
Sense of urgency's got to be big right here. You just get the feeling at this point of the game, David, they've got to score on this drive. Obviously, their defense needs to get stops, but at this point, offensively, they've got to execute much better.
They got to be super aggressive. Down 24, you're going to need 3 touchdowns, 3 two-point conversions, everything to kind of go your way. So fast and throwing the football.
They've got it 1st and 10 from the 25. Use the play fake, now to throw. And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21.
What a beautiful day for the defense. A sack for you, a sack for you. Everybody gets a sack. Everything good happening for this defense.
Now facing 2nd and long after the defense came up with that sack. Gonna run it. It's Rice. He's gonna lose a yard on that one.
Yeah, it's been a surprise today for this offense. Like, coming into the game, we all talked about it. We thought they'd be able to run against this defense that's been run on a lot, and this offense just can't get the running game going. It'll be interesting to see what they do to try to change it up, but somehow, some way, they need that physical ground game.
The Razorbacks will punt this one away. What a return there. Found a little running room and put his team in great position. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. The give to the tailback. And he won't quite get there, but boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the first, an array of possibilities here. Keep it on the ground. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
This is a guy that can find you the hidden yardage. That play, he just pushes the pile to get that first down.
Running back searching for a hole. And how about the work up front by that big defensive line?
This defense obviously knows they've got to be able to stop the run if they're going to win this football game. And you wonder if they've been able to make some tweaks and adjustments to try and take this running back away.
Tackle is made right at the 20-yard line after a pickup of 4.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical and they're trying to stay on the field.
Yeah, and I think on that third down and short call, I honestly think that they thought it was going to be a fourth down situation. Now it's 4th and 2. I think this offense was ready for this opportunity, and I think they're going to go for it right here.
Got some room, headed to the goal line, and he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Gamecocks! He just makes it look so easy. Impressive run.
So impressive. Time and time again, he can buy time, make you look silly, and the defense is just kind of like, wait a minute, you got him? I got him? No? Well, Phil's got him.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And the extra point just tacks a little bit more onto this huge lead. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. Kickoff unit has been busy as they have built a big lead and they're trying to hold on to it. And he'll return it and try to get behind his blockers. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. First snap of this drive will come from their own 17. Tight end now in motion. They'll try the counter. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Second down, they'll go to the air. And a sack all the way back at the 5. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. One final play before the end of the quarter. On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. He's going to get stopped, trapped, and it'll be a safety. And talk about spreading the ball around. Everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen. As we enter the 4th quarter, let's see if anything memorable can come from this one. Creates a little room.
Returner is tackled out at the 43. And your South Carolina Gamecocks will take over.
South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Turning it on! Nice pickup there. Gets him the first down and sets him up at the 45-yard line.
And I think as a running back, if you're this guy, you're licking your chops right now. This is what you want, right? You've got a big lead in the fourth quarter, and you're smiling because you know you are going to get the rock. They're going to force feed you the football to try and ice this game, and he's paying him off right now. That's a really nice run.
He's going to let one fly down the middle. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. From the gun, the ground game. They bring him down behind the line of scrimmage, and now he'll have to go back to work to get over 100 yards again for the day. Now facing a 3rd and long. Off play action. Here's the pressure. Unloads to the wideout. He's open on the right. Brought down at the 20-yard line after ripping off the big play. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. He'll do it himself. Brought down after keeping those powerful legs moving, getting all he could. He'll be a few inches short. Going to work on second down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Got his man out of the backfield. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one.
Hey, on offense, you got to know when the play's over. And that one there, nowhere to go with it after he caught the football. You start trying to juke guys. You start trying to run backwards. This ain't high school anymore. I mean, you used to be able to make that play years ago. You're not doing it here in big-time college football. Not good.
They get him stopped at the 5-yard line, but it will be first and goal from there. Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost trying to defend their own end zone. Back's going for the goal line. Touchdown, South Carolina. How about this back staying on track and getting it in on the option? That ought to be enough to make this lead insurmountable, and with it, they'll be a perfect 10-0.
And it hasn't mattered what they've called guys offensively all game long or who's been on the field, what personnel groupings there have been. They're simply executing at a higher level than this defense, and they're keeping their foot on the pedal here in the fourth quarter.
They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Hogs send that offense back onto the field. Looking downfield on first down. Makes the catch. Oh, look out on the right. Past the 30. The 10. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Razorbacks.
I think it's a good sign for coaches to see that their team is still fighting. And they're getting blown out in this game. Nothing has gone their offense's way. They've been outmatched. But here in the fourth quarter, you like to see guys competing. You like to see guys still trying to fight. Because as a coach, you want to know, next time you take the field, which guys you can depend on and what you can build off of.
PAT unit on the field.
For the extra point.
Right down the boulevard. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Dynamite matchup in the Big Ten, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. Purdue is currently trailing, but this has been a back-and-forth affair. If that quarterback can find a little magic a la Bob Greasy, this might not be over just yet. They're trailing by just 4 to Wisconsin. We'll let you know if anything else comes out of Big Ten country from this one, guys.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. What a good mix of plays, keeping that defense off balance last time, David.
And Reese, they don't know if it's run or if it's pass. They got them right where they want it. This defense doesn't know how to react from getting punched in the mouth on that last drive.
So in this next drive, David, I think you keep running the football because that sets up the play action, it sets up the RPO game, and then you keep this defense guessing.
They'll spread the defense out, going 5 wide on 2nd and 10. Looking to throw, it's Overton. He lofts one down the sideline. And that's going to be incomplete, going for broke on 2nd down, but 3rd down's coming up. You got a big lead in the 4th quarter, and you take that shot, and you stop the clock. And it's a long shot, but you're letting teams hang around.
And I prefer to win. Like, I want to make sure that, if I'm up, I'm going to run the football. But there is definitely a school of thought in nowadays where I'm putting up stats and I'm keeping the pedal to the floor.
3rd and long situations are really hard to convert. The defense knows it's going to be passed. The pass rushers are getting upfield. You're under pressure. You don't have timing. And as a result now, 4th down.
Quarterback adjusting the pattern. They're throwing for it on 4th down. Fires one high and deep. Hauls it in easily enough for the 1st down. And we have breaking news. They score yet another touchdown.
With that last touchdown, they remain undefeated. And what can you say about this offense? One of the most explosive in the entire nation. And they're coming in, I think, every week with the mindset that we're just going to outscore everybody. We are okay going into a track meet. And that's really what we saw in this game today. But opponents just cannot keep pace with them and all of the athletes they have on the offensive side of the ball.
The play action fake. Knew where he wanted to go with it, but couldn't find his target. It's incomplete. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And Arkansas ready to send out this offense. They torched this defense with an explosive passing play for a score last time out. Let's see if they go right back at him. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. Oh, and he got drilled as he just got rid of the football.
And this is a tough time for this offense because you're in passing mode. You're in comeback mode, and what is that? The defense knows that. Like, they're pinning their ears back. They're coming after the quarterback, and you've already struggled protecting your guy today and creating those explosive plays. This offense is going to have to buckle up and really protect their guy in front.
Well, that last play is basically a microcosm of what today has been like for this offense. Just nothing happening. Not physical enough at the point of attack. They're being swarmed.
And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17. And the Razorbacks will try to pin them back with the punt. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Looks it in at the 40. He was able to get that ball up to the 48-yard line before he stopped on the return. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. All wideouts, no backs. Movement on the offensive line. That's going to be a false start, and they'll walk it back.
False start on offense.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Might be calling a hot route. Looking downfield, it's Overton. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. Fakes the grab. Defense there to get him out of bounds as he gets it down to the 48.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
They'll go to work in the air on second down. Unleashes one deep. And he's got it in the end zone for a touchdown. This is an absolute blowout.
Pure domination all game long for this offense. Whether they've been running the football, whether they've been throwing the football, critical down and distances, situationally all up and down the field. This defense has had no answer for these guys. What an impressive performance by the Oak.
Now the two-point conversion attempt is coming. Snapped it in the shotgun. He's into the end zone for the two and extends the lead. This offense prides itself on going after you, and they did with that long touchdown pass to finish off a two-play drive. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Hogs send that offense back onto the field. This has been a really disappointing performance, David, no question about that, but they can find some positives.
Yeah, and every time you watch the tape, you know, Jesse, coaches are pointing out, look at this. This was open if we'd have just ran the details to the right route, hung on to the football. Little things can make a big difference.
Yeah, that's why they call it a game of inches, David, but I'll say this. If you're on offense, don't go on social media this week. It ain't going to be pretty after this performance. You've got to lock in. You got to take the week of practice very seriously and find those positives that you can build on, David, that you're talking about.
That's some old-school, hard-nosed, tough running as he powers his way to the 30.
Well, I think the offense at this point now, they're just trying to limit the damage. They want to get out of here and move on, turn the page to the next game because things just have not been going their way, throwing or running the football.
This is where you make the money on the drives. Ball at the 30, it's third and short. From the gun, wants to pass. A strike downfield. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43. The Razorbacks come to the line with a new set of downs. From the gun, running back gets to give. Now they're starting to feel it. They've got a first down at the 44. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. Off play action on first down. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. I'm sorry, you're unlikely to win today, but here's a fabulous party gift. A late touchdown.
Well, it's good to finally see this offense have a little bit of success because that has not been the case in this game. Nothing has gone their way. They keep shooting themselves in the foot. You know, guys, coaches are always trying to find things to build on, and this is at least something late in this game, scoring that touchdown that hopefully helps build their confidence the next time they take the field.
Set to kick it away.
From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. He gets a block. He's got an alley. There he goes. Open it up. They won't get him. It's a touchdown.
And how about this squad, man? Looking good again. Like, I feel like we say this week in and week out, just continuing to remain undefeated. Whatever it takes, offense, defense, special teams, they have been a good unit, and that's why their ranking is so high.
How about this? These guys are going for two. Williams looking for a man. Ball into the end zone, and it's intercepted.
2-point plays, the windows are very small to throw into. That time he just tried to force it into a tiny window, ended up being picked, and the offense comes away with no points.
Arkansas, 19.
No chance for a return as that ball flies out of the back of the end zone. And Arkansas ready to send out this offense. This has been an old-fashioned fanny paddling, David. I mean, they've just got taken behind the woodshed.
There's nothing to say. This has been an absolute beatdown. Dominated from the start, Jesse, to almost the finish now. They have done nothing right.
Everyone's going to have a real hard look at themselves, I think, this week after watching the film and in practice. And they've just got to take accountability. They have to understand, man for man in this offense, they've got to do a better job next time they're on the field.
Second down, they'll go to the air. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line.
The defense puts the exclamation point on the day. They have had a wonderful day, man. Doing everything great. Just, you could tell they were dialed into what was going on. And now just throw another sack in the equation, hitting the quarterback, being disruptive. They've been all over the field.
A sensational grab down the field there as they try to at least put a positive spin on the end of this game. No matter where they are on the field, they'll go for those chunk plays, and they got one that has them set up 1st and 10 at the 42. Nice move there. Creating some space, getting just enough good blocking, and they got it up to the 47-yard line. Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Wants to go up top. He wants a big play here late. What a spectacular grab there as they try to finish this game with a little something to feel good about. This is what you're looking for when you have the better team. Go out and show it. Don't fool around with them. Go out and play to a standard of excellence.